Hi everyone, it's your girl Trebelli here, and I decided to do my dualism project on online schooling versus in-person instruction. And since the COVID-19 pandemic has hit, I know this has been a topic that has taken over every aspect of our day-to-day lives. But I personally think there's so many layers to unfold from it that could really give us a better insight on the true impact that this shift to different styles of learning has had on our society. So I gathered up 10 participants, all within the same age range, maybe a couple of varying differences, but definitely different genders and different ethnicities and identities, all from different schools and different areas, in order to encompass what our generation is going through and get a better feel for them and how they think that the COVID-19 pandemic has affected their education. So they were prompted with 4 main questions, and I told them to get as specific as possible, but the questions were also pretty vague in order to allow for some creativity with the answers. So throughout the video, we're going to look at similarities and differences that people feel towards online versus in-person instruction and how this relates to the philosophy of education. And also, this is not my YouTube channel that I'm posting this onto. This is my dad's YouTube channel, and his handle is Omarete Vilato, The Basement Productions. And yeah, before the video can begin, just make sure to subscribe, click the bell icon for notifications, and give the video a big thumbs up. So here we go.
Hi, my name is Jonathan. So first question, would I consider yourself introvert, extrovert? Contrary to belief, I actually think I'm an introvert. I just have a really, really big social battery, but it drains at the end of the day. I need to be alone to kind of recharge it. So for how long?
Hey, my name is Joe Atherall. I'm a 19-year-old sophomore at the University of Michigan Dearborn. I play lacrosse here. I'm going to be answering a couple questions today. So the first one is, am I an introvert or an extrovert? I would definitely consider myself an extrovert. I grew up in a military family, so we moved around every 3 to 4 years. So I've had to become very outgoing in order to make friends in all the different states and towns that I've lived in. So with that and playing team sports all my life, lacrosse, football, basketball, basically you name it, I've played it. Really learned how to communicate well with others, and I really like being in social settings. So definitely consider myself an extrovert. However, now over the pandemic, I see that I've kind of become a little bit more introverted and a little bit more personal about things. Just because I'm kind of isolated a lot more, don't get as much social interaction, but overall, I definitely consider myself an extrovert.
Hi, my name's Ariel. This is my response for Trebelli's project. So I would say that I'm an extrovert because I love being with other people and I love socializing, and like my social battery charges like while I'm with other people.
Hello, my name is Sebastian, and today I'm going to be doing these 4 questions. So number 1 says, would you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert? I would say an extrovert because I love connecting with people. I love making friends. I love talking with my friends. And yeah, I consider myself an extrovert.
Hi, my name is Makeda, and I'm a sophomore at Nazareth College, and I'm a nursing major. Would you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert? I think around people that I'm like really comfortable with, I'm an extrovert, but around people that I don't really know, I'm an introvert. I think it's conditional and depends. How long have you been?
I'm 19 years old, and I am currently a student at Sacred Heart University. I would consider myself to be an extrovert. I'm very outgoing and very willing to make new friends all the time.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Pacheco. I would consider myself an introvert.
Hi, my name is Delaney Murphy, and I'm a sophomore at the University of Buffalo, and I am studying geological sciences and adolescent education. Personally, I consider myself an extrovert because I love being around people and I thrive in social situations.
Hi, I'm Elise, and I go to GW. And I consider myself an introvert. I just really need time to recharge sometimes, but I definitely enjoy being around people.
So for how long have you been learning online? I've been learning online for about a year. It's okay.
How long have I been doing online instruction? Since the very onset of the pandemic, honestly. So late February, early March, we got sent home, and we've been doing online school ever since, so well over a year now.
I've been in online learning for a year now, pretty much exactly. So that's been really sad.
Extrovert. Number 2 says, how long have you been in online school? Well, since March of last year. So more than a year, yeah.
How long have you been learning through online learning? About a year now. So second semester of freshman year, so 2020 of spring 2020. Do you prefer?
I've been learning through online instruction since the pandemic started last March, but our school is slowly getting back to fully in person.
And I've been learning through online instruction for the past year.
I've been doing online school for a little over a year now, almost 3 semesters.
I've been learning online through online instruction for about a year, and I'm a sophomore, so I basically got a semester and a half into college, and since then I've been learning through online instruction.
Okay. Do you prefer online instruction and in person? I think in every scenario I like in person, but that's just instruction. I think I like being around my family too, so I could choose either.
Now, I would definitely prefer in person as opposed to online learning. You know, it's quite honestly right now I feel like in an online environment as opposed to when we were in person, I feel like I'm not learning the material. I'm really just getting busy work, honestly, to test how well I can memorize stuff, while in person I was actually connecting with my professors on a more personal level and therefore taking my education kind of just more seriously, quite honestly. I was honestly enjoying learning the material and felt like I was becoming a lot more knowledgeable. However, now in an online environment, I just simply don't feel the same. And I'm sure every college student in the country feels the exact same way, that when we're in person, just the amount of knowledge that we're obtaining is significantly greater than what we are now, and the work we're doing actually assesses us on that material as opposed to kind of just memorizing stuff. But
there are perks to both being online and in person, I will say. With online, sometimes it might be easier to get to different materials and resources since everything's just at your fingertips, but I do like the in-person aspect and actually having communication with other people in the same place as you. I kind of really miss that socializing aspect and actually being able to see your professor's face and all that kind of stuff.
Number 3 says, do you prefer online or in person? Definitely in person, because there, as I said in number 1, I'm an extrovert, so I like connecting with my friends and asking questions in real time. And also, in school, we don't have to do homework for English because at that moment, we already finished all of our work in school and we only have one assignment in school. But there are some downfalls. Sometimes there are not enough books for us to share, but the good thing is that she has other assignments that we can do. So for example, today, half of my class did one book, and me and the other part of my class did another book. But it was on the same subject.
Do you prefer online instruction or in person? I prefer in person just because it's less boring and you get to really be immersed into the class and the material that you learn. I prefer that a lot better than online. What would you?
Personally, I like in person better just because it's easier to engage with the classroom and with the professor, and it just makes learning a lot easier and makes understanding the content much more simple.
I would prefer in-person learning just for the simple fact that my learning style, it just helps me in a better way to obtain the information, being in a class setting. It's better than me just being on my laptop, being able to be on my phone while I'm in bed or in the living room. I could be watching TV, but it just doesn't motivate me as well as a class setting would. And I think that
personally, I like in-person classes better because it's more visual learning and I learn better that way. And also you can better get to know your professors, which is really important to me, rather than just looking at them through a screen.
Definitely prefer in-person instruction. It's really valuable, especially because I'm an engineering major, to be able to work with a group and be hands-on for a lot of projects. Working with a team and in breakout rooms, a lot of people are just silent or don't have as much leadership, so it just becomes more troublesome.
And favorite memory associated with your time in school? Any memory with my friends and the people that I care about at the school. I think it just makes you feel better. It makes you feel like you're not alone. Yeah. Okay.
My favorite memory of school so far has probably been the Michigan football games. You know, going to the big house, 110,000 people just going crazy. One specifically was definitely the Notre Dame game last year. It was under the lights game. It was raining. It was pretty miserable out, but everyone was together. Everyone was having such a great time, you know, cheering on the maize and blue. It was awesome. But quite honestly, looking back on it, it's kind of the little things that I miss the most. The little memories, like just walking around campus on a nice day and seeing the quads absolutely full of people. Everyone just having such a great time together, going to the library and doing some study hours with the guys, getting our homework done. It's just, I mean, there's so many that I can't even name. If I had to pick one, it would probably be the Notre Dame game. However, it's just right now, I would kind of give anything just to go back to those other moments, the really small ones, where now we just simply can't do it. So, yeah, once again, my name is Joe Atherall. I'm a 19-year-old sophomore, and I hope everyone's staying safe out there.
So my favorite memory from being at school was definitely just the late nights vibing with my friends, and we just could be talking about literally anything, but just having that close connection and those friends to talk to, because at home I don't really have that. It's just me and my parents, and as much as I love them, we don't get each other like that. So I really miss being with my friends and just hanging out with them. It's probably my favorite.
Same subject. And number 4 says, what was your favorite memory? My favorite memory was probably in 4th grade field day. Me and my friends just played around a lot. And I'm going to say another memory. Another memory is probably in 5th grade in 4th grade again when me and my friend dressed up as twins for Spirit Day.
What is your favorite memory you associate with school? My favorite memory is like just hanging out with my friends. So one time we did watch the Grammys, and it was just really fun to just hang out with my friends and be in their company and just talk with them and just hang out with them. So when we watched the Grammys, that was really fun because we were just able to comment on the Grammys and watching people perform, and I thought it was really interesting, and that was a really good memory for me.
My favorite memory in school would have to be during high school at the end of junior year when our science research class went to the International Science Fair. We had a blast there. We stayed for a week, and it was one of the best times I had ever in school. So,
and I think that my favorite memory I would associate with high school in general would be the fact that I lived 2 blocks away from my high school until senior year, walking back home with my 2 friends, and then anybody else who would be walking the same route to get to their bus stops and stuff. It would be a lot of fun. I've had a bunch of memories. One time there was a bunch of snow because it snowed the day before, and we had a huge snowball fight throughout the whole neighborhood, just running around from the entrance of the school, the exit of the school, all the way to whenever everybody just had to leave. I think that was one of the best memories I have, as well as just one time we were walking home, and it was spring, so the cherry blossoms already blossomed, and a truck hit the tree, and you just saw all the petals fall off, and it was just such a nice moment to experience with everybody, especially in the nice weather. We could just hang out afterwards, anything like that. So I think that's what encompasses all my favorite memories, is being able to living so close, I guess, to the school. So yeah.
My favorite memory associated with college is definitely NAS Summer Start 2019, when we went to a high ropes course. It was really fun to go on all the zip lines and just hang out with your friends. And I also love adrenaline, so that's the reason I loved it.
My favorite memory associated with school is just studying with my friends in a study room or in the middle of the plaza at our school, just hanging out and doing homework together.
Bye.
Have a good one.
That's it.
And that is all. Peace.
Together.